We're just waiting to board this little ferry. So let me just see who's joined before we get on. Gotta wait for it to disembark first. Hi, James and Justin. Kari in Bronwyn. Hi, Tina. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Anne. Amy, Cindy. Hi, Julie. Hi, Gabrielle. Dawn, Laurel. Paul, Ava, Michelle. Waving back at you, Debbie. Gorgeous morning here. Let me see. Who did I miss? I think I said Ava and Michelle. Hi, Chloe, Gillian, Joanne. Hi, Kim. Hi, Diane, Margaret, Kimberly, Chelsea. I think we're going to have a great crowd this morning, and we've got a gorgeous morning here in Sydney Harbour. We're just about to board. Look, we've got this massive cruise ship in port this morning, and the beautiful Sydney Harbour Bridge in behind it. Celebrity Eclipse is the name of that. Okay, so that wasn't our boat. It's this one coming in here by the looks of it. Is it this one? I don't know. I don't know which boat they're going to put us on. Anyway, so we've got this cruise ship in. The Sirius is coming in. We've got the big Manly ferry off to our right here. That's the Collaroy. That's the one that goes to Manly, the big double-ended ferry. This is the Sirius coming in on this side. I think that one goes to Mossman. We're just waiting. Oh, there's a river cat coming in. That can't be ours, surely. You're on that side. Did they change sides? We better just make sure we're getting on the right ferry. I was told side B, but now it looks like everyone's queuing up for side A. Oh yeah, there we go. So it's the Sirius that we're joining, named after one of the ships of the First Fleet. Who else has joined? Let me just catch up with everyone. Karen, Una, April and Justin. Hi, Diana, Kirsty. Hi, Virginia. Hi, Leslie, Jan, Claire, Louise. Did you see birds? Which birds did we see? It was either pigeons or seagulls, I guess. We'll see plenty of birds. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Corinne. At my feet. Oh, there we go. Yep, there we go. Pigeons. All right, so we're just waiting for these people to disembark. This ferry goes via Kirribilli, so we have one stop before we arrive at our destination at North Sydney, and that's across the other side of the harbour over there, that away. We're going to see the Opera House from the ferry, of course, so I don't need to spend too much time here. Okay, let's board. I think we'll go upstairs. I want to go outside if we can. Let me see. Ah, yes, here we go. Perfect spot. We've got it all to ourselves. Look at this. So we're at the back of the boat, just pulling out. Hi, Tom. Hi, Julie, Erica, and Judith. Here we go. So on our left-hand side here is the beautiful Museum of Contemporary Art. Oh, no, goodness. Here we go. Here's the Circular Quay. Jacarandas over here. We're heading to North Sydney. And is it morning? Yes, it's just gone 9:30 in the morning. So there's your Jacarandas over there at Circular Quay. Let's have a look at those ones. They're quite beautiful, but there's only a few of them. There's only, 5 or 6 of them over there. Let me just figure this out a bit. Good morning, my friend Heather. Hi Malika. Hi Rhonda. And good morning. So here we go. This is the beautiful circular quay. Stunning morning. Absolutely gorgeous. I found out yesterday that this building here, the triangular one, won an award yesterday in some kind of architectural award, international thing. Oh, Corinne, you're going to love them. They are just beautiful. So let's have a look at the Opera House as we pass it. And while we're passing the Opera House, let me just show you one of my family connections to the Sydney Opera House. My uncle was a glazier, retired now, but that's him installing glass on the Opera House. And that would have been, the Opera House opened in 1973, so it was sometime in the years preceding its opening, of course. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. So this is where we're headed. Past the beautiful Harbour Bridge. Look at it, isn't she gorgeous? It's a stunning morning. Absolutely beautiful. Over there is Luna Park. It's an amusement park under the Opera House, under the Harbour Bridge. And you can see dotted around all across the other side. There's jacarandas all over the place. And yes, beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous weather, gorgeous day. So this is the area that we're going to walk through. It'll be just over the other side of this ridge here that we're walking through. Look at these amazing apartments, waterfront apartments. No, it was my uncle, Corinne, my father's younger brother. Hi, Alison, and if I missed anybody, welcome. I apologise. The chat was moving just a little bit quick back then. So this building in front of us here is Admiralty House, and that's where our Governor General, the Queen's representative in Australia, that's where he resides when he's living in Sydney. So that's the residence of the Governor General. And just before we turn this into this little bay here, I will just look back on Circular Quay and the Harbour Bridge. The beautiful Harbour Bridge. That tall tower there is called Blues Point Tower. And then over here on the left is the gorgeous Opera House. Look at her. The tall building to the right of that glass building, was intended to be Crown Casino, but I'm not sure that it's actually received a casino license. There was a lot of controversy surrounding that building, so it may just end up being luxury hotel. That's that triangular building that just won some kind of architectural award that I mentioned earlier. It's called Quay Quarter. Quay Quarter, something. I think that's what it's called. And then over here is Garden Island, which is a naval base. And I'm pretty sure that's a Korean ship that's currently in. Let's have a look where we were pulling into. Let's turn around. And so just moving out of view, and I've just missed it, that's Kirribilli House over there behind the trees, where the Prime Minister lives when he's in Sydney. Too busy looking in the other direction. Yes, we're in Kirribilli at this point. Just pulling up to Kirribilli Wharf. It's a lovely part of town. Look at this gorgeous house here. Hi, Julie. Hi, Cheryl. Beautiful apartments overlooking Sydney Harbour. What a lovely spot to live. So this is Kirribilli Wharf. what we're looking at over there is the Royal Botanical Gardens. So you might see, in fact, there's a jacaranda right in the middle of that shot underneath that tall building. And that is apparently the oldest jacaranda in Sydney. A very old one, Laurie. I use an iPhone 7. Are you asking other people on the, I beg your pardon, you're asking other people on the tour in the chat. So look at that lovely garden there, and then you can walk through a gate down the steps and yeah, sorry, Laurie, I understood as soon as I said it what you were talking about. And I think this is, it's a yacht club of some sort. I forget which one. Sydney Yacht Club? I forget which one it is. Hi, Faith. Hi, Joe. And this over here is now the business district of North Sydney. And we're heading over, just over there, behind that white boat to North Sydney Wharf. That's where we're going to be getting off. Here we go. We're seeing jacarandas already. So this is where Kirribilli meets North Sydney, more or less. Thank you, Kari. Thanks for your generosity. I really appreciate it. So I'll zoom in a little bit. I don't want to zoom in too far, but you can start to see all the little splotches of purple in amongst these buildings here. So basically what we're going to do, down below those red apartment buildings, we're going to walk in that general direction, and then we're going to walk through the tunnel that takes us underneath the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I better get downstairs and ready to get off the boat. Otherwise I'm going to get you left behind. Which side are we getting off? Over here. This is where we get off. Hi. Sorry. Hi, Pamela. So for anyone who doesn't already know, Pamela is our my colleague in Canada, in Banff. Check her channel out. She does some wonderful tours in around Lake Louise. Thank you. All right, let me just find my Opal card I need to tap off. Alrighty, so when we travel on public transport in and around Sydney, we have this card that we load up with credit, and we need to tap on and tap off when using public transport. So these are the devices at the end of this walkway here where we tap off. Excuse me, look at this fabulous building. All right, so this is where we tap off. That cost me nothing because I've already used up my daily credit for the day. I don't get charged any more on any more public transport today, which is fantastic. I can travel all over Sydney for free now. All right, let me just catch up with some of the chat. Yes, they do pop, don't they? Gorgeous colour. Do they grow in other countries? Diana, they're not native to Australia. They're actually native to South America. So they first appeared here in the early 1800s. I believe it was a botanist who fell in love with them and tried to get them to grow, first of all in the UK, which wasn't successful. So he brought them over here and attempted to grow them from cuttings, which wasn't successful either. Anyone in Sydney will tell you that they are so easily grown from seed, you wouldn't even bother trying to grow them, propagate them from cuttings. Let me just show you this while we're standing here. I love this tree. It's called a woolly bush. It's really soft. It has these tiny little red flowers and the birds love them. They have tiny but lots of nectar. All right, just going to try and scoot through. Growing in Orange County, California, yes. Yes, I've seen lots of people talking about the jacarandas in California, Heather. And I think if I recall, you spent quite a lot of time living in California. Some info on jacarandas. Thanks, Kari. Okay, I'm not going to read through all of that. But yes, this sort of highlights, I believe, what Kari has posted there is all the countries where they do thrive. And obviously they're countries that are have similar climate to where they originate from in South America. Alrighty, so we're going to walk up through here. We're looking for a little laneway to cross to move across to the park, and we just need to find that. I think it's just up this little hill here. But let's look back on the harbour before we get there, because it's just a beautiful, stunningly gorgeous day. And look at some of these beautiful old apartment buildings, which I think date from around about the 1920s, 1930s. Another plant that does very well in Australia is hibiscus. And there's a big red one over there. And the smell around here at the moment is from the eucalyptus, the gum trees. Just intoxicating. So strong. We have a look across over here at North Sydney. There's a couple of beautiful jacarandas over there. I'll get in a bit closer, sorry. We've seen them already. We've got a gorgeous day for it. Couldn't have done better with the weather. And you can just see there as well the two flags on top of the harbour bridge. Where are we? There they are. So that's the Australian flag and the Aboriginal flag. What's the temperature? It's going to be heading for 28 degrees today. I think we're around about 24 at the moment. We just cross the road and have a look at these beautiful apartments. And again, we're just looking for a little laneway that cuts across to the park. How much does it cost to rent one of those apartments? Maureen, I'd hate to think. I can tell you what I was paying 10 kilometres out of the centre of Sydney, and that was $2,500 a month. It would be considerably more to rent around this area. I'd be hazarding a guess at somewhere between 3,500 and 4,000 probably, easily. Hi Renee, good morning, welcome. Lovely to see you this morning. I don't know what they're building over here, but this is a huge development of some sort. Sub-base platypus, so it must be something to do with the Navy. Going in over here. Let's just have a look at the hoarding, see if we can get some clues. There's some children's artwork on here. I'm not sure what all that's about. There we go. Australian Government, Sydney Harbour Federation Trust. Sub-base platypus. All these pictures of platypuses from children. Aren't they gorgeous? I won't spend too much time here, but they're pretty cute. I don't know, Renee. I guess it's possible, but sub-base platypus is confusing me somewhat. I'm not sure what that means. Let's see if this sign tells us. What's going on here? The Harbour Trust is creating new foreshore park and public space here at sub-base platypus. There we go. They're always building something in Sydney. That tells us a little bit about it. I'll come back and have a look at that later. All right, our first big jacaranda. Look at this. How beautiful. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Against that bright blue sky. Okay, does anyone not know what an individual jacaranda flower looks like? I will find you a perfect one and show you. All we have to do is look on the ground. Get a couple. They're just falling like rain. I'll just get a spot over here. Okay, so that's what the flower looks like. And they're literally just falling constantly onto the ground and creating this little purple carpet. In some areas of Sydney, you'll find them all over your car, all over the road. Look at this. Purple carpet. Like trumpets, yes. A little bit. There we go. Now let's go looking straight up, and then we're going to head down to the park. You ready for this one? Do they smell? Not so much. Not really. Bees love them, Len. Absolutely adore them. There we go. Look at that. Okay, I'm coming back down now for anyone who's getting a bit dizzy looking up into the sky. Messy, very messy trees. And you have to be a bit careful walking through here as well because we had a big rain last night, so the road can be a bit slippery. Yeah, they thrive. There's a country town. Let me just zoom in on the Harbour Bridge here. There's a country town called Grafton on the north coast of New South Wales, and they have a Jacaranda festival every year. The streets of Grafton are absolutely lined with them. So if you want to do an Instagram search on Grafton Jacarandas, I'm sure you will be absolutely inundated with stunning photos from the Jacaranda Festival, which is probably happening right about now. Okay, so we just need to turn around this corner. We're going to come to a park, and we get a glimpse of it already, a preview. That's where we're headed. We're headed to that street across the other side of the park. Noreen, we do. Some parts of Australia, they do lots of planting of cherry blossoms. I actually did a tour in Lura probably about 6 weeks ago, with the cherry blossoms in full bloom down the centre of the street in the lovely town of Lura in the Blue Mountains. Let me see, what's Una saying? Harare is another place. South Africa would definitely be a place where jacarandas thrive. Look at these two bush turkeys here. The dog's having fun chasing those off. Oh, Heather, thank you so much. Look at this thing. How close are you going to let me get? That close. Hey, I'm no threat to you. So, yep, bush turkey, it's a native. I wouldn't try to eat it. Sorry, Laura, I'm just trying to get your question. Twice in the year, for some reason I haven't in my head that they bloom in the fall and the spring. I'm not aware that they bloom in the fall, in autumn. Someone here might be able to correct me on that, but I'm not aware that they bloom in the autumn. He's gone behind the leaves up there. Thanks, Narelle. And of course, we've got to have other flowers in out at the moment as well. This one's an oleander. We saw a lot of those when we were in Sicily. For some reason, they were using oleanders as street plantings. Now, if we can find a gate that opens into the park, we'll use it. Otherwise, we just need to walk up to the end of the street and around the corner. So the name of this street that we're heading towards is McDougall Street, and it's a popular place for the lovers of jacarandas and Instagrammers to come to. We are seeing them across the other side of the park from here now as we walk. Yeah, so I think is this a yucca or an agave? Quite a big flower spike on this that looks like it's just finishing. But at the front of this lovely old apartment block, yes, it would be May. That would be right, Sally. The other end of the year from us. Okay, so get ready. We're going to walk down this street, and if it is as I remember it, it'll be like a purple archway as we walk along the street. Now, what I'm aiming to do, and it's depending on how much time we have available to us as well, I'm aiming to walk across under the Harbour Bridge and over to Wendy Whiteley's secret garden. And Wendy was the wife of an Archibald Prize-winning artist, Brett Whiteley, and she's opened up her property in Lavender Bay and filled it with plants, and it's now known as the Wendy Whiteley Secret Garden. Thank you, TL. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Laura. Okay, so let's just get out of the way of this car, and then we'll walk along McDougall Street. Over in this garden, in this park, we've got beautiful rose garden. There's a stand of palm trees over there. Thanks for the follow, Kimberly and Sally and Clara. Thank you. And of course, if you do follow, you'll receive notifications of new tours as I publish them. All right, so of course we do need to be aware of traffic. But here is the gorgeous McDougall Street. There we go, look at that. I'm going to zoom in from here and we'll walk along here as well. We need to just be mindful of traffic and the noise behind me. It's very slushy around here. Lots of wet jacaranda flowers on the road. Here we go. So we'll just walk along slowly and look at these beautiful. You can see the purple rain. This is what you want to happen to your old Jaguar, isn't it? Look at this. Thank you, Gillian. All right, so let's slowly walk down this street. How beautiful. Oh, let me just take you a little detour. We've got some gardening happening over here. Ah, look at this. Sydney gardeners aren't huge fans of bush turkeys or brush turkeys, and this is why. Thank you, Gillian. Thank you, Lynn. I really appreciate you. Wonderful support. Thank you. Look at the size of his mound, though. Okay, let's get back and have a look at these jacarandas. Purple rain. Purple rain. Do you see it? Oh, thank you, Carol. Thank you, Sally. I'm going to zoom in. There's a truck coming. There's a bit of a purple rain happening up ahead. Oh, it's the rubbish collector, so he's stopped. I'm going to keep going. He's digging, yes. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Rada. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Mitzi. Let me just get this guy. Let him go past. Since there's a bit of a traffic jam, I'll just pause and have a look in the garden over here for you. I just noticed I'm zoomed in. Sorry, I'll just zoom out again. Yeah, we get lilac. I think from memory, I think they prefer a cooler climate, so we see more of those up in the Blue Mountains than we do see them down here in Sydney. That's my understanding. Hi, Peter. You can see how much rain we had last night. That's not a pond. That's from the last night's rain. Okay, let me just look back up the street from here. There are people everywhere taking photos. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Fliss. Okay, I'm going to turn around. We'll keep walking in this direction, and then we'll be able to look back on the street along its entire length. It is. It's just like a tunnel. It's just beautiful. Oh, Fliss, you've got connections to Kirribilli. Can we expect some stories? Oh, he's not very happy, is he? Yeah, it must be a bit of a pain for people that live along here, all these people with their cameras. Okay, I'm going to get up here and then we'll look along the street. There are cameras set up everywhere. Okay, let's turn around and have a look back up the street. Car coming. Yeah, no, everyone's just standing in the middle of the road. They don't care that there's cars trying to come through. I'm at least trying to move over into the gaps. Here we go. Look at this. I've got these purple flowers landing on my head. It's just so beautiful. Okay, let's go this way. Yeah, that's where we just came from. Well, we actually came from North Sydney Wharf, but we're kind of heading in the direction of Kirribilli Wharf right now. Okay, let's zoom in from here. Low ones for a close-up. Let me see what I can find. I think I must be able to find you something. Let's go over here. All right. Possibly this one here. Let's have a look. There's actually a tourist bus coming down the street now. A minibus. Okay, I'm going to zoom out because it's blowing in the wind and I'm sure that's probably not. Look at these girls. Look at the poses. All right, I don't know where my other half has gone. I don't know if he's... Oh, there he is. Okay. So let's... has everyone got all the postcards they want from here? We're heading around to Wendy Whiteley's secret garden now, which is going to take us just along a back street, under the harbour bridge, and then around to the garden. Excellent. All right. Venga, let's go. So this is the Ensemble Theatre up ahead here, a well-known theatre for live performance. And we're going to cross the road here and go up these stairs. One last look at the at McDougall Street. There we go. And then we're going to head. I believe Wendy Whiteley has one or two Jacarandas as well. So when we haven't finished with them yet. Just get up these stairs. Ah, look, this is a perfect example of the purple carpet. The sky is magnificent. It's a bit of a hill up here. Excuse me if I get a little bit breathless going up this hill. This is a lovely part of Sydney. Very expensive area, of course, to live. I can't imagine you buying into this area. It would be so expensive. All right, let's just look back on that street we just came up. Okay. And I can hear cicadas. The cicadas are just starting to come out as well. This beautiful eucalyptus tree here. Rather lovely. Look at it. Yes, there's only one colour as far as I know, Cindy. Look at this. Happy to be corrected on that, but as far as I know, there's only one colour jacaranda. Oh, hello there. There's a little puppy dog just scooted past. Come and say hello. Hello there. Very friendly. Okay. So as you can tell, these buildings here are much older. They probably date to the 1800s. And then we've got the ubiquitous terrace house up this street here. Let me show you these. Now, these are native Australian plants. These are called grevilleas. We have them in 3 different colours ahead of us right now. These are big honey producers. The honey eaters absolutely adore them. Aren't they beautiful? Look at this. So we've got the pink, the yellow, and there's a white one above me here. White or cream. Let me see if I can find a flower that's close. Not really, they're all sort of a bit far away. And what you're listening to, that bird is called a noisy miner. Okay, I'm trying to remember which way we need to go here. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we're turning right up here. I'll show you these as well. These are called kangaroo paws. And the small honey eaters love these. We have some of these in our backyard, but not quite as big and colourful. And even they attract the small honey eaters. Thank you, Ava. Laurie, the bottle brushes right now in the Blue Mountains are absolutely in full bloom. The bushes are bright red, and they've used them down the centre of the main highway, the Great Western Highway. So what have we got here? I'm guessing this is a flower shop, maybe. And this is the main street of Kirribilli. And I'm just looking for how we get under. I think it's over this way. How we get under the station. Just up ahead. So we get to see a little bit of the Kirribilli shopping centre while we're here. So we've got, look at this. This is a stairway to somewhere. Not sure what. Is that a private residence or a business up there? Not sure. Yeah, this is a florist shop. When I was watching what is it, Frankie and Grace, or Grace and Frankie, that one with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. And there was a scene with Sam Waterston and who's the other guy? And in the background was just massive, huge kangaroo paws. And I thought, I actually took a photo of the screen, of the TV screen, while I was watching it, because I was so surprised to see kangaroo paws. All right, we're just going to cross the road and go under the harbour bridge, or the highway approach to the harbour bridge, in fact. There's a nice coffee shop over there. So this arch goes under the Bradfield Highway, which is the approach to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Yes, looks like a school trip. I'm trying not to get them in frame, all these children. So up ahead we turn right. Down to the left, I'm not sure if we'll see it from here, but down to the left is the entrance, or one of the entrances to Luna Park. And there's the Harbour Bridge in the background. Isn't Kirribilli a wonderful name? And I looked up what it meant in Aboriginal dialect. Oh gosh, it's escaped me. It's something like water meeting place or something like that. Isn't that terrible? I was reading it last night and I've completely forgotten what Kirribilli comes from. Katoomba, of course, we know. Shining falling water. Here we go. This is a lovely entrance to Milson's Point Station, and the plaque above it refers to the year that the Sydney Harbour Bridge opened. All right, not too much further to go now, guys. Just want to see if we can see the Luna Park gate down this street here. No, it's just out of shot. You can only see part of it. But that's it right down there. Okay, crossing the road. Thank you, Cindy. I knew it was something to do with water, and fishing is related to water. Yes, thank you. Thank you for doing that for me. So these are all new buildings along here, new office towers that have gone up. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Cindy. Yes, excellent. Thank you. That's just the back of buildings. So we're going straight ahead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did a where you put the little man in Google Maps on the map and walk along there virtually, and it was just the back entrances to office buildings. So hi, Louise. Kia ora. Louise, of course, another one of our guides, our New Zealand guide. I keep trying to find some of your Japan tours, and I'm always doing something else. Sorry about that, but we know what it's like as guides. We're always scoping or planning or walking or something. Jump onto Louise's channel if you aren't already following her. She does fabulous tours. I'm just showing you this little old church. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about it. I think it says, oh yes, Chinese Christian Church. There we go. It's rather lovely, isn't it? You've missed most of the Jacarandas, but we're heading around to Wendy Whiteley's secret garden, and I have a feeling that we may see one or two either on the way or at the garden itself when we get there. So this is where Milson's Point meets North Sydney, and you can see that we're in a kind of a central business district here with gardens along the side, and then over on my right is the all the motorway and expressway that feeds onto the Harbour Bridge and towards the Harbour Tunnel. There's these rather gorgeous, I'm not going to cross the road, there's these rather gorgeous lights. It's a beautiful day here, Louise. Just over there on the wall, if it'll expose for it, if I can get the lighting to adjust. Oh, it's not going to do it. But the really beautiful, big, old, like Art Deco lights on the side of the bridge there. Someone asked me the other day, was it Una or was it somebody else? Someone asked me about cycads the other day. Here's one when we were in the Botanical Gardens. Thank you, Jan. There's a jacaranda, Louise, just on the other side of the motorway. They're so beautiful. The street that we were in was like a purple tunnel. Just gorgeous. And as I said a little earlier, Wendy Whiteley was the wife of a multiple Archibald Prize winning artist, Brett Whiteley. They lived here at Lavender Bay, and after his death, she took over an abandoned, I think it was ex-railway property, and just started planning it out as garden. Its future was uncertain for a time. There was an attempt to take it over and develop it, but in the end, I believe the council stepped in to assure the future of the site. So we're going to, first of all, just look down from this point here at the Harbour Bridge, onto some jacarandas, down onto the garden itself, and then we'll actually go down there. But from here we go. There's the Harbour Bridge. There's Luna Park in the foreground with the Ferris wheel going. There's the Crown Hotel. There's the Jacaranda that I was hoping to see down in Wendy Whiteley's garden, so we'll go down there. And then there's this lovely park over here as well. So we'll head down there now. Beautiful view, isn't it, Diana? One last look at the view before I head down. Let's just zoom in on it one more time. Yeah, I feel the same way, Laurie. I don't like it much. Really, it's too imposing. It dominates that whole area. It's a bit of a shame, I think. So here we can see the mixture of old terrace houses of Lavender Bay up against the background of North Sydney, the new modern high-rise office blocks. Harbour View might be apartments, I'm not actually sure. No, this way. It's ugly, it is, isn't it? I agree. Okay, so we're going to go over to Wendy Whiteley's garden and then we'll finish off. I think we can get down to the water from there. We'll finish off down there. So this area is known as Lavender Bay. And one of our famous poets, Henry Lawson, also lived in this area. Here we go. The big reveal. Not as if we haven't already seen her multiple times already this morning, but here we go. The Harbour Bridge just coming round the corner. Lavender Bay. It's rather lovely, isn't it? Oh, you're getting a bit cold up there, are you, Sally, in Oregon? And here we go. Oh, gosh. Yeah, if you haven't seen enough of bush turkeys, we've got a whole tribe of them here. You've already had some snow up there, Sally. Yeah, I'm a bit over the cold. We're looking at living in warmer areas. Let's just get a bit closer to a couple of these bush turkeys before we get down onto the path. Look at them. A rafter of turkeys. Yeah, look at them. I want to get that one in the sun. As I said before, not a gardener's favourite. All right, let's have a look at this beautiful, beautiful view. We've got the Jacaranda in front of the Harbour Bridge. I just need to frame that for you. Zoom out. Those people are kindly moving out of shot for us. And then over on the right, the building we were just discussing. Love it or hate it, that's the Crown Resort. And in front here we've got what's called they're Gymea lilies. They just finished flowering. When they're at the height of their flowering, bright red. That top part there, absolutely bright red. Oh, thank you, Louise. So we've got some more of them over here alongside lovely grevillea. So we'll head down here into Wendy Whiteley's secret garden. Look at these gorgeous buildings here. We've got the tree ferns, lovely tree ferns. I'm still zoomed in. Let me just zoom in. Thank you, Noreen. Hi, Rick. Hi, James. How tall are they? How tall are they? Let me go stand next to... Actually, let me get my helper to stand next to them. Here we go. Oh, thank you, Margaret. There you go. That's how tall it is. What would that be? 3 meters, maybe? 4 meters? Yeah, they're pretty tall. They're pretty impressive. They're huge. Absolutely massive. And there's that grevillea again. So where's the path? I think it's just here. South of the harbour. Gee, that's a good question. I've never actually considered that, Bronwyn. Brush turkeys south of the harbour. I'm just trying to think if I've seen any south of the harbour. All right. Now you can see the way that this place has been planted up, and it's got the natural timber railings, and there's little alcoves and pockets everywhere. The red shrub. Where's the red? Oh, over here. Okay, I'll get in close to it. I'm not sure if I know what it is. Does anyone know what this is? I don't know what this is. It's obviously just starting to flower. Beautiful foliage. We've got lorikeets above us making all that noise. I've just noticed the time. We've been going for just about an hour. So if anyone is happy for me to keep going, we're going to walk down through the paths through here anyway, and I'll just keep going. So understand if you need to leave, if you have another commitment, but we'll keep going for a little bit longer. It's just beautiful in here. Okay, what's this one? What we have here is bromeliads on what looks like the trunk of an old tree fern. And we're looking over the top of the garden here where there's tree ferns. And this trumpet flower, I don't know what this is called either. Does anyone know what this is? Angel's trumpet. Thanks, Helen. Okay, so we're going to take these steps and head down. It's a little oasis. It's just beautifully planted. It's so lush green. Datura. Is that right, Joan? Is that the one that's poisonous or you can make a poison out of? Or am I thinking of something else? Okay, now we're going to go along this path rather than down. Look at the rickety railing. The tree ferns are beautiful. We have a tree fern in our backyard. Oh, right. Thanks, Diana. Diane, sorry. Yeah, I had a feeling it was poisonous, but I wasn't sure in what capacity or how it was used. Thank you. So we've got one path that goes up. I'm taking the path that goes down. Let's turn around and have a look behind us as well, where we came from. And looking up, I love the sun coming through the tree fern. Okay, where does this go? Where does this go? Well, there's a bush turkey right in front of me on the path. Hey, mate. Can I squeeze by? Is that okay with you? You can lead the way for me. You can show me which way to go. Thank you, Laura. It's just beautiful in here, isn't it, Laurie? Nice snack. I don't know. Are they good eating? I guess the first colonizers might have given them a go. The first fleet. I actually have no idea whether the Aboriginal people eat them or did eat them. I've got a big bamboo here next to me. Oh, Diana, I think I might have just answered that. I really don't know. Thank you, Shara. And then down here we've got tables and chairs. I wonder if you just a case of bringing your own picnic or whether there's a cafe down here. I'm not sure. Let's see. Which way I walk. Look at this. And then up here we've got these gorgeous palms. What a fabulous spot. Look, we've got an old scooter over here being used just as a wheelbarrow, little statues. just being used as garden art. It's lovely, very peaceful. There's 3 little cherubs over there. Looks like there's something over here on this pole underneath this enormous fig tree. Look at the size of this fig tree here. More or less, yeah, right in the middle of town. I'm not sure if we pop out onto the harbour if we keep going in that direction. Look at this flower here. Did you find that on the ground? I'm not accusing him of picking it. Yeah, they're on the ground over here, look. And we've got the tricycle. I've done that walk, Fliss, round through Cremorne Point. Is that the one you mean? I think it's from Cremorne Ferry Wharf. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely beautiful. I went there with my daughter and I found that some of the paths were a little bit tricky, and I thought I'm not really confident of holding a gimbal and negotiating some of the really narrow steps on that path. Very narrow and a little bit steep in parts. All right, everyone, look, we've found this lovely spot here, and I think I might finish up at this point. So let me just turn the camera around and wish you all a beautiful day. It just occurred to me, I don't actually think I turned the camera around at the start of the tour, did I? Oh well, we were on the ferry. It was just so beautiful crossing Sydney Harbour, so I didn't get a chance to actually say hi. What's holding a gimbal? So the mount that I have my camera on, the stabilizer, Tom, is called a gimbal, and in fact I can show it to you if I take this clasp off. Bear with me for 2 seconds. I'm going to turn the gimbal off so I can do this. So it's going to go skyward for a bit. 1, 2, 3. And then I will take it off. And this is a gimbal. So I have a mount on the back of my camera that is held by a magnet on that ring part there. And there's the mount. These are the controls. And it all stabilizes so I can walk along paths up and down, and the footage doesn't go all over the place. Thank you everyone for joining me, and since it's handheld now, my next tour is tomorrow. I'll be out at the blast furnace at Lithgow, and I'd love to see you there. It's a ruin of an old industrial site out at Lithgow, and if you can join me tomorrow, that would be fabulous. Otherwise, I'll see you on Friday at Echo Point and the Three Sisters. And I'm going to catch up with all your comments a bit later because there's just a few of them jumping into my feed now, and I can't keep up with them all. So let's just have one last look around where I'm standing, and I'll say goodbye to everyone. Thanks, everybody. Really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Those Jacarandas were absolutely gorgeous. Here we go. This is what filming looks like when you don't have your camera on a gimbal, Tom. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye now.